Shalom. All praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makar, Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the house of David, the elect. Okay? I have an article here that is called Mississippi GOP Senate candidate to black people. Stop begging for government scraps. Okay? So, GOP as far as just trying to get over on things, but a lot of the things that have happened to our people has been to, generational wealth of the so-called white man being established year after year after year after century, after decade after century, but also, the degradation of our people, putting them in certain neighborhoods and certain societies where they have to benefit off of the government and the money that they provide, but those are all curses. And I might be able to grab one of those. I didn't have it planned, but I'm gonna just read over a little bit, and I have a couple precepts to go along with it. This says, "I'm going to ask them after 100 years of relying on big government to save you, where are you today? After 100 years of begging for federal government scraps, where are you today?" You see that? So he's telling our people that they beg for government scraps, man. Okay, look at him, man. That smug look on his face. Shaved face. And they think they know things, man. Okay? Let me read down. It says Missouri GOP Senate candidate Chris McDaniel. So this guy's name is Chris McDaniel right here. All right. It says, and other candidates were interviewed during the live MSNBC show at the University of Mississippi on Friday. Panelist Eddie Glaude Jr., the chairman of African American Studies at Princeton University, asked McDaniel about his support behind the Confederate flag. The video of the interview can be viewed here. I tried to view it, but it wasn't there. But I'm Lord willing, I'm gonna find it and see what he's talking about. But it says Claude Jr. noted that 38% of black people reside in Mississippi, and asked the Republican candidate how he could convince those voters you are not a danger to them. All right, so you got Glaude Jr., he got an African-American, so-called African-American, because the nation of Israel are not African nor American. Those are names of two so-called white men who conquered lands, okay? They are Israelites by nationality according to the Bible. Predominantly in America, the tribe of Judah, okay? But all of the nations are here. All right, it says, all of the tribes of the nation of Israel are here. It says, I'm going to ask him after 100 years of relying on big government to say, this is his response, to save you, where are you today? After 100 years of begging for federal government scraps, where are you today? McDaniel responded. McDaniel's response initiated a negative response from the crowd, which resulted in booing that could be heard during the broadcast. He quickly clarified this statement. I mean the state of Mississippi. Okay, and McDaniel said, I'm talking about the state of Mississippi. We've been dead last for 100 years, and what happens if we keep depending on the economic model? We're always going to stay last. All right, so it says he's from Missouri. He's a Missouri candidate, but he's saying those things to Mississippi. So now he tried to revert. These devils with their forked tongue always trying to save themselves with their words. You weren't just talking about Mississippi, and he did. African Americans benefiting from the largest programs. Okay? This is Donald Trump speaking. We can lift our citizens from welfare, from dependence to independence, and from poverty to prosperity, Trump said in the last State of Union address last week, the last signal that Republicans want welfare reform this year. All right, so what they mean by welfare reform is they think they want so-called black people to stop getting government money. Okay, Trump has often pandered to racists among his supporters. He said Mexico sends rapists to the United States and that there were some fine people among the neo-Nazis who staged a deadly protest last year in Charlottesville, Virginia. That's because he's for his people, man. Trump is a racist, okay? But little do you know, God is a racist who's a so-called black man, okay? And the Mexicans are the tribe of Issachar of the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? So that's why he's going against them the way he is. All right. Oh, let's first off, the word welfare is different. It's standard political term that Democrats, Republicans, and journalists alike use. Though Republicans use it most often, then there's nothing overtly racialized about welfare. You can even find it in the preamble to the United States Constitution. But see, that's their part of their propaganda to change words to make it seem like it's put a negative connotation to it. So they made welfare, which is more like well-being. Okay, they made that to seem like it's a negative thing about when you're speaking about the nation of Israel. Okay, it says 59. As a New York Huff Post YouGov survey shows, much of the public has a distorted view of which groups receive the bulk of assistance from government programs. 59% of Americans say that most welfare recipients are black, or that welfare recipiency is about the same among black and white people. Okay. All right. So they have this chart, but this paragraph is better under it. But let me I can't zoom in on it. I'm trying to click it, but they won't let me. So these are a list of federal programs. Okay. So lucky if you can't see it. But see, a lot of these so-called white people are getting the true benefit. It says public housing, 13% white, 37% black. And so who receives public housing? A lot of times the Israelites receive more public housing because our neighborhoods are through, man. Our neighborhoods are completely destroyed. Hey, I'm from Detroit, man. If you go through the city of Detroit and look on my block, man, it's probably more abandoned houses than there are houses that are livable. All right? Residential space in them. Okay, so you're gonna see this why so-called black people apply for public housing more, man. Okay, and they're in these rundown neighborhoods. So you go in the so-called white people neighborhoods, their neighborhoods are they're living in the state of heaven, man. That's a condition. Their neighborhoods are much more beautiful, eloquent. They got Issachar coming out there mowing the grass. They're